those near Mexico that have the same ethnic or native background. This is a celebration that has its roots in native tradition. So you will find elements of the indigenous people of America in the entire theme. All of this colorful, beautiful, artistic display, as well as what I am wearing, is thanks to the natives and what they have contributed throughout their art and their knowledge. Even to this day, they're still present with us, these ancient traditions that we get to enjoy and learn from today. For those who weren't here earlier and didn't get to hear the introduction, this is the Day of the Dead celebration sponsored by the CCC, Cesar Chavez Cultural Center. You are very welcome. We are very happy to have you here tonight. It will be something to remember for everyone. Día de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, as you know, today is November 2nd, is the holiday, focuses on gathering of family and friends to pray for and remember those loved ones who have died. It is a happy celebration, it is a joyous celebration, it is a time to be together and celebrating life. Also, it's very traditional to find people joking about death or just really exaggerating in the puns, because it's a time when you can confront death, confront your fears, and kind of come to terms with this cycle of life. Death is a part of life, and that's how it is celebrated in the tradition. We have built an altar to show you the tradition of the shrine with all of the ofrendas, which are special gifts to give to the dead who are coming to visit us this day. It is believed that they have traveled from their resting place to be again with their family and friends, and they are received with their favorite foods, their favorite drinks, woo, party time, their favorite music, all in honor of the person who you love and are remembering today. So we have some pictures here of very important people in our lives. I can recognize Cesar Chavez, Frida Kahlo, and
Dr. Manuel Pacheco.
Dr. Manuel Pacheco. Okay, so you are welcome to come look at the altar and ask as many questions as you have, please, at the end of the presentation, because we want to make sure that you have a full understanding of what the celebration is. I am here representing the spirit of La Llorona, which is also a very, very cultural and traditional important piece of Day of the Dead. She is a legend that is well known in many other Latin American countries as well as in North America. There are many books and movies and stories and orally communicated notions of the spirit of La Llorona. I will read to you a special summary that I put together so you can understand a little bit more. I will show you in the video just shortly the whole concept of death, and death inviting you to come join her, and the character of La Llorona being this seductive lady who is waiting for you. La Llorona represents the sentiment of the Mexican culture because it preserves folkloric traditions and historic events within its musical lines. It is a song that expresses events dating back centuries ago to the origin of the new nation through the mixing of races, and we call this mestizaje. The Mexican culture is made of a mix of many, many races, among them many different native blood, also African American, Arabic, European, including Spanish, French, German. it is a huge mix of different races coming together. So this has greatly to do with our lively colored traditions. And musicians fall back on the artistic expressions that draw on Amerindian and mestizo cultures to portray the patriotic feeling, the nationalist identity that everyone can associate with. So the Song of La Llorona is part of the variety of Mexican Amerindian musical traditions that shapes the national current tradition at the same time and is remembered over and over again at celebrations like the one we're having today, Dia de los Muertos, carnivals. So it is continuing, ongoing part of our knowledge. However, one is the song and another is the legend. So there is a song that you will see in the video clip, and it does interpret the legend of the spirit which I am representing today. Those two things together. The legend of La Llorona is an oral tradition, and it expresses beliefs and moral lessons. So in the Mexican-American culture, several versions of the myth are prevalent, and in Latin America there are different versions, but the elements that are consistent are three. She is a ghostly crying woman that weeps for her children that were, in most versions, drowned by her in a body of water. So she comes from wherever there is water, and she is haunting the area, and she is always weeping for her drowned children. Ay, mis hijos, she cries. La Llorona is many times used to compare and invoke another character, which is La Malinche. She is a native woman who actually existed. She's a historical figure, real person. She was a diplomatic Mayan interpreter that helped Hernán Cortés, the Spanish conqueror, and he depended on her for dealings between the Aztecs, the Mayans, and other natives. But she fell in love with him and was forced to kill the son she bore from him, and was ultimately abandoned by him. So the Llorona is compared to La Malinche because through legend she is lamenting over her lost race after the Spanish conquest. So after the Spanish conquest, many of us know that too many people were killed and too many cultures were desecrated. And the Llorona is crying over this lost race. Folklore has it that she drowned her own mestizo children to be with her Spanish lover, who in turn rejected her. So for this she was cursed to wail for them for all eternity without rest and full of regret. La Llorona carries this tarry tradition, interweaving the historical figure of La Malinche and the ancient deity of the Aztec god Cihuacuatl, who was also a goddess who demanded child sacrifice. So this leaves a very open theme, and again I encourage you to ask questions because we want to share as much as we can with you tonight. Now we are going to show the film of the Day of the Dead celebration and La Llorona song. Please enjoy.
Okay.